So let me tell you guys a little bit about my situation. First of all, I'm not just a comedian, I'm also a waiter. I've been a waiter for a very long time, certainly a lot longer than is considered understandable. Somewhere between 15 and 18 years ago, the job lost its freshness for me. Now it's one of those things I do. I don't place a premium on being the best. I go to work essentially to leave. I work in a very casual restaurant. It suits me. I can't work upscale, fine dining where you have to be with it. You have to know things. I know two things about wine. We have it or we don't. I had a customer the other day said to me, "What's the difference between the Cabernet and the Côte du Rhône?" I said, $1. I worked very briefly in a fancy restaurant. I had to go to wine tastings, mandatory wine tastings. You know what it's like to sit in a room for 3 hours and listen to somebody talk like this? Does anybody here taste raspberry? Isn't it interesting? It's so heady and generous and such a perfect measure of balanced acidity supporting the fruity flavor, don't you think? And it ends so stylishly. I see it with venison, even grouse. What are your feelings, Brad? I feel abused and completely uninterested, with a perfect measure of utter contempt for those who are. And with a finish that's long overdue, I think this would go great with a gun. Oh, man. I also have a habit of matching my demeanor to the customer. I was at work one day, guy walks in, starts flagging me down as he's being led to the table. So I walked over, I said, "How you doing?" He says, "I'm in a hurry." I said, "So go." Man. And by the way, just so you know, guys, this is not an act. I'm a waiter, okay? You understand? I'm a waiter. I'm struggling, okay? This is my life. I was at work the other day. It was 3 minutes to midnight. We close at midnight. Nobody in the restaurant. The door opens. It's a customer. I see the manager walk up to the customer. I'm thinking, don't you dare. Not only does she seat the customer, she does it with a smile. So I walked up to the customer. "Hi. Let me tell you about our specials. Soup tonight is tomato, basil, or gazpacho. Next time you walk into a restaurant that's empty and about to close, do the right thing, turn around. We have an appetizer, fresh marinated sardines with tomatoes and onions. I made $63 tonight, which sucks, but you know what? I don't want to make any more. We have a breast of chicken sauteed with artichoke, pearl onions. I'm not one of those recent Juilliard grads who already has an agent, can take this all in stride. I've never had an agent. We have ossobuco and a shallot sauce. I just want to go home and eat a pint of ice cream. We're out of the soft shell. Don't you have a can of tuna fish in your apartment?" Being a waiter for a long time is very humbling. But I could live with myself if I didn't have a family, because that's where the pressure comes from. My mother has friends whose children are very successful, and I hear about them. Did you know that Jack's son just sold his business for $90 million? Do you know the Stavroffs are building a home in Florida, 125,000 square feet? Do you know that Jimmy Edelman is one of the top headache doctors in the world? I mean, you gotta... What does she say about me? If all goes well, I think Brad is gonna buy a bookcase. I love you guys. You've been just delightful. Thank you so much.